Oh, I love my fancy intro. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That intro was the best money spent, honestly, other than these glasses where you can see my ring light, which was lovely pointed out by our guest. Look at that, honestly. A gay man spotting a ring. What can we say? So, good morning. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you're doing. Say good morning. Say guten tag. Say bonjour. I'm on. Nearly finished my coffee. Got me fizz stick like usual. It is Monday, the 21st, meaning there is 4 days until Christmas, and that is maths, people. That is maths. So, first off the mark, we've got Chanel saying, good morning, you beautiful woman. And I know my guest will also agree with that. Cara, I'm going to take you to the bathroom and wash my face. Cara, you should wash your mouth out with your language, my love. So, yes, good morning. I've got to try and wake up. Honestly, just put a paper bag over your head. No one will know. So, honestly, this morning, I cannot wait for this guest. But before that, I've got to do my normal spiel. Sir, I've got my notepad at the ready. Speaking of which, Cara, this is your beautiful notepad. Phoenix Bookkeeping and Accounting. Shameless plug. So, Google Trends this morning. What are you all Googling? This morning you are looking at winter solstice, because it is the winter solstice. Put my bloody teeth in. It's also the shortest day of the year, people. Do with that whatever you will. That means you can get pissed sooner because it's dark or light somewhere. There we go. It's Ariana Grande's got engaged. That's like number 2 next to winter solstice, because apparently people care. But yeah, there's some form of social media we can do with that, guys. And hashtags for the day is hashtag winter solstice, hashtag Monday motivation, which does tie in with a lot of things we're going to talk about this morning, and also hashtag Monday thoughts. So do with them as you will on your social media. And the day of the year. So I do talk about the day of the year because sometimes we're all stuck a bit for what to put on socials, right? And that's why I like doing this in the morning, because if you wake up and you're a bit like, shit, what can I post today? Well, this morning is Humbug Day, right? It is Humbug Day, people. And I am just going to read to you what it says on the beautiful website that's called Days of the Year. Humbug Day, for many people, Christmas can be an incredibly stressful time of year, coping with pressures of shopping for gifts and planning events and parties whilst embracing the holiday spirit. So Humbug Day encourages people to have a controlled environment where they can bitch and moan, basically. That's it. That's all we're going to go with. So yes, today is Humbug Day. Also, I've got quite a few people watching, and I've only had 2 people say hello. So where's my other 2 people at? Say good morning to me, otherwise you're just rude. So yes, basically, yeah, Nigel, this is what you're in for, my love. So today we have got an amazing guest called Nigel Campbell. But before I bring him on, don't forget, just while I've got a few people watching, this Christmas Day, 8 p.m. in the evening, you can spend Christmas evening with myself, because I don't want anyone spending Christmas Day by themselves. So 8 p.m, I'm opening a Zoom room for anyone and everyone that wants to come along. Even if you've had enough of the in-laws, if you've had enough of the kids, if you're absolutely rat-assed and you want to just go to bed and just go on a Zoom call with me, or you spend it by yourself, please don't come on a Zoom room with me and a few other people. I've got games, drinks, alcohol, the full shebang. That is what I've got. Here we go. Right, we've got Dave. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Vicky. Oh, you've just jumped on, you wonderful woman. Vicky is a powerhouse. So, as I bring this person on and find all the appropriate banners. Right, so, good morning, Nigel.
Oh, sorry, man. That was some funny beep. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right from the beginning. Was that a Howard Vale piece that I saw right at the beginning?
It might have been, my kind sir.
Howard, if you're watching, I remember you, young man, and I still need to speak to you about something for me. So I like what you've done. Humbug Day. That suits me perfectly. Like, humbug. I spent far too much money on far too many people. You can't even spell my bloody name right.
Yeah. Hey, imagine how I feel. I walk into a frigging gift shop and there's never anything with my name on because it's Callum with a K.
Exactly, man. Hey, but that's unique. You can make your own bespoke range. Bye-bye.
Don't give me more business ideas. I don't need them. I don't need them. So, Nigel, for people that don't know who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do, my love?
Right, my name is Nigel Campbell, and I help business owners who fear technology to get over that fear so they can generate more leads and convert more sales from their online and offline activities.
Oh, that just rolled off the tongue then, didn't it? It's like you've said that before.
I have many times, even in my sleep.
Love it. So obviously we met through the beautiful Shan that has obviously jumped on this morning. Our beautiful shared PA, our right-hand woman. You know, the baton to our pinata, and don't know where that came from.
She's like a baton, actually. Honestly, when she goes for you, she hasn't done anything, mate. She's on you. She's
honestly, it's like a chihuahua when they go for your ankles.
Oh yeah.
She's so gonna hate us after this. And I got to go on your your live video, love sales, hate selling, which was absolutely awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for being on.
Oh well, what can we say? It was an awesome. It was really good.
Really
well,
good.
I think it was, but that's because I was on it. Of course, it's going to be good.
Brilliant interview, mate. Great feedback. Shared it as many places as I can. I'll be sharing it again after Christmas as well.
So how's this? So we don't mention the C word. You know that word we're not going to mention. How's your year been for you with helping people, running your own business? How's it been for you?
To be fair, it's been a better year. I mean, in terms of like revenue, it's been a better year. In terms of helping people, it's been a better year because I've managed to help more people. Obviously, the big kind of red herring which came and kind of upset the apple cart a little bit for many people. But it actually proved to be something which accelerated my growth. As it meant that all those people who had spent most of their business life going like that, going, you do what I want to do, you do what I want to do. They had to then think of other ways of doing things. And that's where I came in. So, it's been good. Good end to the year. Next year, the pipeline's looking very healthy. So, the thing is, it's been all right for me, but I know for many others it hasn't been. So, I'm a little bit lost.
Yeah, no, I'm the exact same, because if I'm honest, I've had a fucking great year. I have. It's been very kind to me. And to an extent, you kind of feel guilty admitting that because you're kind of like, shit, there's a lot of people.
Us British, we have a knack of kind of kicking the person who's doing well and like supporting the other. If you've got a pound, you made a pound this year and you beg it out on the street, going, yeah, come on, mate. But then if you've made tens of thousands, and you mentioned that, you're like, it's all the haters would come out. So I'm not saying I've made tens of thousands, by the way, guys.
No, he hasn't yet. Buy his shit.
Come and see me. It's a tough time for a lot of people. So I suppose I'm just being very mindful that others aren't doing so great. And what I'd say to them is, listen, we can all do great. You just need to reach out to people and ask for some bloody help.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, the exact point of that, whether it made money or not, was me going on your live. You was like, shit, my person can't make it. Shan, what am I doing? She's like, perfect, I've got someone else. And mate,
absolutely legendary as well. And she's not listening, but thank God you did. You actually turned out to be much better than what I expected. So you brought a lot of energy, dynamism.
By the way, the person we talk about, people, is this lovely woman here. And she's saying that we're her two favourite people. This amazing woman who I do plug all the time. Hasn't been in my life very long, but my Christ, she has made a difference with the time she's been in it.
Oh, she's good, man. In fact, I don't know if anyone knows, I'm doing a 12 days of Christmas countdown in my group at the moment. And a session with Charnel is one of the prizes, one of the gifts. So someone who gets that's going to be very, 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 very lucky because it's going to help them to move forward with themselves. So, hey, Charnel!
Because we keep mentioning it, your Facebook group, it's called Love Sales, Hate Selling, isn't it?
Love Sales, Hate Selling.
Make sure you join it. Honestly, I recommend it to anyone. Join it.
Come on, guys. Come on board, man.
Honestly, come spend a day with Nigel. You might leave with some rash cream, but it'll definitely rub off on you.
I mean, the group itself, someone asked me last week, what's it all about? And the main kind of objective of the group was to have a place where, I don't know if everyone says this, a place where business owners can ask questions and get answers and move forward. I've spent a lot of my kind of sales life just helping business owners. Yes, I've got to sell them something, but generally when I've gone to see them, it's been, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Why is your website on got one page? Why haven't you got a website? Why aren't you on Google? Even when I worked at Yale, why aren't you on Google? And it just became repetitive. And I thought, if I can create a central point where all the questions that I get asked, I can just put all the answers in there. And even last week, someone was asking a question regarding doing a post on WordPress, and one of my members jumped in and gave her 8 steps to put it on, and she moved forward. Now, if she hadn't had a place to ask that question, that means this weekend she wouldn't have moved forward. It means that today she woke up going, I've got to do this thing and I can't do it. And for me, it was like, wow, brilliant.
Exactly. See, for me, I have a spin on the phrase, there's no such thing as a stupid question. No, there isn't. But you can feel an idiot asking it.
Yes. And I remember you said this actually on the interview. And I think ego, hey guys, if you're listening, ego, don't let ego get in the way of you moving forward. When you're at school, especially secondary school, ego matters. It's like, gotta be cool, gotta walk a certain way, have a certain haircut. And you get into your working life and you meet a couple of adults and they're like wearing all these designs. Hey, I've got to be cool like them. But the reality is, ego will stop you from moving forward because ego will say, oh, don't ask that because you're going to sound stupid. Hey, I'd rather sound stupid and move forward than just remain stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's how I started. You know, that is how I started doing what I do. Was I went on these free entrepreneur courses, business courses, and do you know what? All of them, top notch, can't fault any of them. But I just remember that I did tell you, just for anyone that doesn't know, was this week was talking about capital. And I always used this example and there was going capital. And I just went, excuse me, what's capital? And everyone turned around and like looked at me. And I was like, and I was like, what? You don't know what capital? The guy went, it's just money. It's a bit different, but it's just money. He's like, I went, oh, okay, thank you. Now I know what you're on about. With Tangy and Rebecca both went, thank God you asked that question.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Exactly. And that's the thing, you see. And it's, you know, I've watched people kind of like sit there through presentations, and then the presentation's finished, and they've got no idea what went on because they never kind of went like that. Or halfway through, the person said a word, and they spent that long thinking about this word and what it actually meant, and the fact that they didn't know what it meant, they didn't even listen to the rest of the presentation. So ask questions, man. How do you think children develop? They don't just come out, step out of the womb, and go, yeah, I know everything. They ask questions. Children are the best salespeople in the world because they start with nothing and always get something, but they ask questions, they're inquisitive, and that's the way to actually grow your business.
Yeah, it's like Kara's saying here, I love asking stupid, obvious questions. But the thing is, Kara, you've got a question to ask, meaning you need an answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, don't worry about it being, you know, there is stupid questions. There is. There is. But it's not stupid because you need to ask it.
Well, flip that on his head. Every time you ask it's not stupid. Every time you ask a question and you get an answer, that means that you're able to answer that question for somebody else.
Exactly. So it's no longer stupid.
It means that you add value to their lives. You know, the thing is, I mean, one of the things that I love, I mean, obviously, I do I've got a program, by the way, guys, if you want to do what I do.
He does have a program. We'll plug it in a minute, yeah.
But one of the things I love are when my students come back to me and say, oh, I was speaking to someone the other day and they're asking about a website. And I told them all about their website and what they need to do in the SEO and all this. And I'm like, oh, check you out. But I love that because it means that their knowledge has gone up. It means that their confidence about what they're doing has gone forward. And if they can, I can't help everybody. Good God, no. There's only one of me. Yeah. Even found the best program in the whole world, it was online. I still never get everybody that needed my help. But if I can create a bunch of people who know their stuff and can go off and tell other people how to do their stuff, okay, I don't get any benefit from it, but I do, because the benefit I get knowing that my students are going out and saying my words.
Exactly. Well, this goes back to what you were saying about that lady in your Facebook group that had a place to post something and then got an answer. Actually, sometimes the person that then may be able to answer it isn't the expert. They might have just found the answer to it because they were stuck on it the exact same way.
He's got an expert, by the way.
You know, there is the chance for someone that doesn't know it to then be able to ask it.
Yeah. Well, that one reply that this guy done will help every single person in that group who's got WordPress. Because what tends to happen, and I'll be completely blunt here, and web designers, you know, if you want to throw eggs at the screen, I don't care. I do not care. But what happens is web designers, they build a website for somebody, and then that's it. They don't show them how to use it. They don't show them how to market it. They don't show them how to optimize it.
It's like giving someone a car with no driving lessons.
Yeah, have his car. Where's the keys? Oh, you don't need them. Just break a window. You know, but I want to fix some fairy dice. I'll get back to you in a couple of weeks about the fairy dice. You know what I mean? It's like, give people the tools. Because if you give someone the understanding of how to do, what is it saying? Teach it. Take a man fishing. That's great. But teach him how to fish, and you can get your own fish, can't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, I really believe in that. And web developers, if you're guilty of building websites but not showing your customers how to actually update it, put posts on it like blog posts, then I slap your hand, all of you.
Yeah. So we had a chat after I was on your live. You gave me some great advice for my new website, which is now launched, by the way, so you can't slap the old one. So basically, yeah, my new website's launched, and I've got my blogs pretty much nearly all done. Because you said to me about, you know, cut out the middleman. If someone's got a question, you've got an answer for them to go to, an FAQ section. I've got it. A really good website for that. It's called Ask the People or Ask the Public.
Yeah, Ask the Public, yeah. Ask the Public or Ask the Public?
I'll Google it real quick.
Sorry, man.
It's called Ask the Public. And basically, for anyone that doesn't know, you can put in anything, any question. And what it does is it pulls all this info from all over the website. Look at that. Fucking hell. All over the internet. And it gives you basically the questions, the hows, the whats, the whens, the whys, the whatevers, for what people are Googling and what they are asking. And therefore, you have got 20, 30, 50 blog posts you can do. And it's absolutely awesome for market research or to find something to put somewhere.
I think one of the problems that people have, let's be honest, a lot of people struggle with creating content. I like to write, but I don't enjoy writing. And by that I mean that I find writing is I have to slow down. I like to work quick, so I have to write it, and I've got to go through it again. And I'll be honest, my grammar ain't the greatest, but you know something, if someone's going to hold that against me, hey, you're probably not the kind of person I want to work with anyway. But for some people, writing full stop, it's like throwing garlic at a vampire. But don't forget, anything you find on there, you can turn it into a video. You can turn it into a video instead. You can put that on YouTube, you can put it on Facebook, you can transcribe it. The good thing about writing, the good thing about words, especially if you've got a website, is that your words, see your words as like your little soldiers going out onto Google. And when someone does a search, your soldiers say, hey mate, come here. Come check out this website. Can we talk about that? So what are you talking about? Come here. So the more words you have on your website, the more optimized it is and the more user-friendly, blah, 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 the more chance there is that when someone's doing the search for a question that you generally answer, the more chance you're going to appear. That's it.
Yeah. So, Nigel, as I ask everybody when I'm getting them on the show, they get to choose the topic of conversation, right? What is our topic today, and why have you chose that topic?
Our topic is you do not need validation to take action.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I've chose it is because most certainly when I came into the kind of self-employed world, the networking world, what I saw was a lot of people literally, you know, I'd see them at several meetings asking exactly the same question about something that they wanted to do. Rather than us doing it, they'd ask 5 different people, get 4 different answers, which would leave them even more confused. And then they wouldn't actually start the thing that they were asking about anyway, because they're like, oh, well, you know, it's like you just take bloody action, man.
Yeah. No, see, you know what? I'm going to do a complete spin on this because with me being a personal brand, a lot of the one of the main things that people want on social media when they're a personal brand is that validation of a blue tick next to the name on social media. Yeah, and it's only because I've noticed this, I'd say, over the past 2 weeks. You know, just people I follow that haven't got one. And they're now doing, you know, like, oh, Twitter, give me my blue tick, or tick. Instagram, oh, come on, where's my blue tick? And they're doing it and tagging Instagram in to get their attention, to get this blue tick. I'm like, it doesn't do anything.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the thing is, this blue tick, does it then mean that every person who comes to your page believes everything you say?
Exactly.
Does it mean that if you drop a sales page on there, everyone's going to buy that product? Oh, I'm selling grommets. I've got a blue tick. Aha, look at my landing page. You know, there's a lot more to it. To be fair, blue tick, I'm not chasing any ticks. What I'm making sure is that the message goes out. it's only got to resonate with some people. Not everyone's going to like my stuff. I don't need no blue tick. My verification comes from my testimonials. My verification comes from people saying, "Oh, Nigel, thank you so much." My verification comes from people phoning me and saying, "Thanks for that support. Thanks for that blog post. Thanks for that email that you sent out. It's really kind of got me moving." I don't need no blue tick. I've got this 5 out of blue ticks. I'm going to get.
For people that maybe don't realize that they're seeking validation, maybe they don't realize they are. How would you say for them to kind of do a self MOT? Like a kind of, is this me? What would you say to look at the signs for, or what shows that they're seeking validation?
Yeah, I think the signs that you're seeking validation is that you have an idea.
Yeah.
And before you kind of put the idea into practice, you feel it's your mission to ask as many people as possible about this idea. Now, there's a couple of reasons why that's a bad idea, in my opinion, is that especially if you ask the people who aren't in business, what do they know? We're talking about from a business perspective here, but I've come across people before who told me they haven't done something because their aunt or their aunt's boyfriend's cousin has told them not to do it. And then when I said to them, "Well, what business do they run?" "Oh, they work in a care home, or they the security guard." And then you think, well, why are you taking advice on someone who hasn't got a business anyway? So if you find that you've got an idea and you're asking people, "Oh, do you think this is good?" Well, that is seeking validation. The best way to find out if an idea is good is just get it out there. Hey, I brought out these new grommets. Boom. You might put something out there, and 2 people might say, "Tell me more." Now, depending on what
that doesn't.
yeah. But then the thing is, you explain to these people what this grommet is. If they want it, they might say, "Well, can I buy one?" Boom. Your idea is validated.
See, do you know what? She's going to kill me for probably saying this. But the one of the main people in my life that's actually not to do with business, that themselves seeks validation, is my mum. And a lot of the time, and I'm going to base it around one thing, so it's not that negative.
Sorry, Mum, I didn't mean for him to talk about you like this.
Yes, sorry, Mum. I know she watches this every day, so sorry, I'll tell everyone your secrets. Every time she cooks a meal, she's constantly saying throughout it, "Oh, I hope it's okay. Oh, it needs a little bit of this. Oh, it needs a little bit of that." Oh,
yeah, but she's that's it's different from Mum. That's nurture, man.
It's not. That's
it's like, "Oh, I've got to make sure that my boy's having the highest standard and quality of food."
I just sit there and go, "It's fine. I'm eating it."
Yeah, that's nurture. That's different. My mum was the same. "Nigel, is it all right? Is it too hot? Is it too pepper?" But she knows it's perfect because she's been doing it for how many years. And the thing is, if his mum took a step back and just waited, and then they saw the empty plate where you've licked all the gravy and you've gone like this, they ain't got to ask no questions.
What would you say for people to, shall we say, so now we obviously covered how to identify if you are looking for validation. What steps would you say to people to maybe get out of that habit? Because it's not needed. It's not, in my opinion.
I think to a degree, look, we're all human.
Yeah.
We are all human. Even I sometimes seek validation within myself. And I will reach out. I do reach out sometimes. I think how to stop it, how some of the steps that you can take to stop it. Okay, and I find it's in different. It depends, I suppose, to what the ideas are. I mean, I look at it from a business perspective. And I remember reading somewhere recently, in fact, I've read it several times, but again, it reminded me recently that a good business is a business that you can take to the market quickly. A, to see if it works, and A, to see if it makes any money. And I think that should be really the main validation. Obviously, if you think of a complex idea and you've got to put money into tooling and money into putting it all together before you can actually sell it, that's a different kind of proposition. You've got to really you probably will need to go and see. But what I'm saying is a very kind of low, medium level where it's like, "Oh, I think I should do this." Just go and bloody do it.
Done is better than perfect.
Oh my God, perfection is procrastination.
Yeah.
It's there's no such thing as perfect. I thought I'd have the perfect haircut. I thought I'd have the perfect bloody shoes. I thought I'd have the perfect house. Listen, perfection doesn't happen. What needs to happen is you just need to be happy and just get things done. Because the perfection will make you sad. It will actually make you unhappy.
Being happy is probably the only validation you need. If you are happy, that's the validation you need. It's like for me now, I'm fully back self-employed now. During COVID, I did get a part-time job, to make sure that was fine.
Yeah, man, you got to do your thing, man.
Got to. I mentioned the C word, oops. But it's
I mean Christmas.
With me being fully back self-employed, my partner has mentioned how much happier I am. I'm killing my sales. I'm doing absolutely everything. And I'm like, do you know what? That is the only validation I need. I am happy.
And you know something, you're right. I mean, I was doing a role before I kind of looked out selling. I'm honest, I bloody hated it. It didn't suit me. It didn't suit my personality. It didn't suit the way I sold. It was a slog. And the way, it was very much a direct sales role, and it just didn't suit me at all. And definitely doing what I'm doing now, I am bloody happy. When I say I'm earning what I want to be earning, well, whoever earns what they want to earn. Yeah. But something, I've got my health. I eat every day. I've managed to help a lot of people. I get feedback, testimonials, left, right, and centre. What do I want? I want a Tesla, but that'll come, man. That'll come. You might get a little dinky Tesla to begin with.
I love the fact Chanel actually put this in the earlier comments, the Tesla lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, girl. That's what I'm looking for. Tesla.
So, Nigel,
if I had a Tesla now, I can't go anywhere. So it's wasting time. So,
honestly, no point. You're better off having like a canoe in the back garden in a swimming pool. You just paddle around in a circle. That is an idea. Right. So as we are getting towards the end of the half an hour, honestly, thank you for coming on. For me, to round off the validation part, would you say it's exactly what we just said? Validation is as long as you're happy. That's what matters.
Yes, absolutely.
That's all you need. Yeah. That's all you need. Well, Nigel, thank you for coming on. I'll make sure Chanel's already put your link in the comments in one of my places, but make sure you have my Facebook page, my Facebook group. This goes on YouTube as well, so it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, you're going international, love. Where else can you go? You can put it #replay. Make sure you tell us all. Honestly, do everything.
Yeah.
But final question: with it coming up to Christmas, do you cross your sprouts or do you not cross your sprouts?
I just throw them in, man. I don't mess with sprouts. I throw them in and I just eat them whole. I don't bite them in half. Big marbles.
Fantastic, Nigel. Right, well, I'm just going to kick you backstage while I round up. We'll have a quick. Oh, I love Nigel. Honestly, it's like your own version of an E number. He's absolutely awesome. This nearly made him spit. I was drunk. Well, everyone, that's Kwak TV, because why watch crap TV when you can watch Kwak TV? And remember, if you are watching this on replay, if you haven't put #replay by now, why haven't you put it? Because that means you're plotting about. And remember that also Christmas Day, 8 p.m, you can spend the evening with me, Callum of from Kwak Talks, on a Zoom call, so you don't spend Christmas Day by yourself. Honestly, don't spend it by yourself. Goodbye, Chanel. I will harass you later on. Nigel also says bye. He's waving in the back. He's either waving or he's drowning. It's one of them. Yeah, sorry, he's so distracting. But everyone, have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. And I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we have Ernie Boxall from Ernie Said. And once again, I don't know what the topic of conversation is because my guest every day chooses the topic of conversation. Have a quacking day. Have a quacking week. See you tomorrow.